Hello and welcome to this chess video where I play against I think 575 ELO, and maybe I won or lost. Stick to the end to find out. Alright, so I am playing with black here, and his first move is d4. I respond with d5. Then he goes bishop to f4. I go knight c6. You know, all this is just like basic. Let's get to like middle game. Alright, I go e6. He goes a3. Then I respond with bishop to d6. I think it's a good move. Then he responds with queen to b3, which was a good move, but he could have just pushed my pawn, push his pawn and tried to take it. Then I go bishop to f4, which was bad because I could have just pushed my pawn instead. Now, then he goes queen to b7. My bad about that stutter. Then I go bishop to e3, which was bad because I just lost the knight. But you know what he does? He takes, which is actually weird. And here's where I make my biggest mistake. Queen to d7. I just give him a free rook here. What would have been better if I just moved my king out of the way. But I didn't do that. So he takes. And I block with my queen. And he responds with bishop to b5, which is good because it checks me and I can't put anything in front of it to block it. And I move king to e7, so I still protect my queen. And he goes queen to a7, which I don't honestly know what he tried to do there. And then I respond with queen to d6. He responds with knight to g5, which just lets me take right here. And then he goes knight to d2. And I go bishop to d2, just taking this, which is nice. And he goes king to d2, just taking it. He goes queen f4 here. Well, I go, my bad. And I put a check on that king. I honestly don't know why I did that. He goes king c2. I go queen f5 to check him again. But I don't understand what the knight move does there. And he just moves it out of the way. I go e5. I don't understand why it says it's undefended, because I can literally just, if he takes, I take. It's not undefended. Like, what the heck? So anyways, he goes queen to c7, which is good because it puts me in check. I go knight d7, blocking that. And he actually takes it with this right here, which is a mistake because I can do that. And he goes queen e5, blocking me, and also getting a free bishop. I go queen e7, trying to block that. I don't know what I'm doing. It's just, I think, different in game. He goes queen h5. How is that a bad move? Yo, I'm so confused. Alright. Because that just captures a hanging, I guess. Then I go rook to b8, which puts him in check, and he does a mistake here. He goes there, which is a blunder, because I go queen to e2, which makes him move his king to c1, and then I go here, and I fork him, and he responds with king to d1, and I take his rook. He moves out of the way to go into e2. And then I take his rook again. Then he goes queen e5, which is a great move because it forks me. And I just move here. And he responds by taking that rook. And I respond with queen to g2, taking that pawn. And then he goes king to e3. And I go queen g5, checking him again. And then he goes king f2. And I go queen d2, checking him again. And then I take his pawn. Then he goes queen to b5, which I don't... Well, he was just trying to put a check on me, I guess, and win that hanging pawn. So... And I respond with queen to c6. I'm trying to trade queens pretty much this entire time. He's declined me so much. And I respond with queen to b1, which is a mistake because he could have just taken me. But instead, I go queen g6, checking him. He doesn't see this move. This is the worst mistake of the game. He goes king f2, moving out of the way, which just lets me, boom, take. And after that move, he resigned. So is that how I won that one?